So the final round of RRC season 9 takes off to the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache in Sao Paulo of Brazil, where I'm guessing we're going to see quite an interesting race. Today, people are going out on the track for some reason. I don't have a clue why. I think something's happened, and now he needs to change something. But yeah, we'll find out what's happening shortly. I assume it'll just be a shutdown for something. We're going to get underway quite shortly with qualifiers expected to start on time, considering it's only 5-2. Might be something to do with the timer, I'm thinking. Apparently the safety car is out. But moving on to the track. Yeah, he definitely has got the old timer in. That's what you'd expect, to be honest. It's got a bit of a last day of school feeling about it, if you get me, where there's no effort put in. Well, there is some effort in, but not a lot. It's just a bit of a mess about, really. Of course, the drivers will be racing seriously, or at least should assume so. And we're probably going to see another Tom Roger from win today, even though I've tried every tactic to stop him from winning, or convincing him to just crash or cause chaos or something to make the race a bit interesting. I think the closest I've come is getting him to stop for 20 seconds at the side of the track. He did not respond to it, but I'm sure he read it. So we'll see what happens there. He's currently driving on the outside of the track. I don't think you can see me anymore. I just ran off. But yeah, the drivers are just going around the track until the 7 o'clock start in the shutdown for a timer to be added in. Not a lot going on at all. Tom's just going around the outside of the track. We'll walk alongside him. Never mind, it's shutting down, so we can't have an interview with Tom alongside the track. I'm going to be back live in just a second. Back live for qualifying in the Brazilian Grand Prix, where they're probably going to see another Tom Rogerson pole. Nobody really cares at this stage of the season. And we're just looking forward to getting underway with the new 2014 cars. Of course, in season 10, a full decade of RRC seasons. And of course, RRC 100 just last weekend, another big thing. In today's news is the birthday of EFC Alfie, or just my little brother as he's more widely known. Yeah, not much else to say, really, unfortunately. I'm just going to have to get on with it. But looks like we're going to have several going out first, and it's going to be Tail and Sam, so 2 big names there. The other just a mid-table runner now. Used to be very good, like very, very good. He's got a Constructors' Championship to his name alongside Tail. But we're going to get underway here, and it's going to be one of the Toyotas to go first. It is Tail 5v2, who crosses the line to go into turn 1 at the Sao Paulo track. All Sev's already out, actually. Yeah, but we're going to stay with Tail. Right. I'll be back in a second, so we're going to have Excel on commentary for like 5 minutes or something.
Okay, so qualifying underway, as we can just see Tail coming through the final couple corners, but Sev about to finish his lap as well. We've got TNG Gaming, I believe that is, who has just come on track, otherwise known as Formula Sam. As Sev will finish his lap, and so will Tail. You see here on the timing board, 57 for Sev, very slow lap, and a 53.933 for Tail. The BMW Sauber just about to finish their lap now, just coming across the line, and they will set a 54.3. That was indeed Sam as a Toro Rosso, I believe, of, I think that is Nitrous. Nope, it's not. Is it Jack? It is Jack. Jack's about to cross the line and he will set the lap. I'm not sure what lap because I don't have access to the timing board, so we'll see when he comes around in the pit lane. There you go, 53.6. Jack has gone fastest of anyone in the session, as the second Toro Rosso, I believe that is coming out on the circuit, and that is Nitrous this time. Coming through the first couple corners quite clean. You really need to get a good run through them. They're very, very tight and unforgiving, so one of the utmost important corners, as a Honda as well has just entered the track. I believe that is Dakar, and it is Dakar. Terminator as well in the Red Bull has gone on his lap. I think he's actually ahead of Nitrous, as Josh as well in the Super Aguri goes out on the circuit. So Terminator coming up to finish his lap, just across the line in a second, as there he is. He sets a 55.8. He's not the slowest of the session, but he's not the quickest either. Let's see what Nitrous can do. 53.5, and that puts him quicker than Jack by a tenth. Dakar in the Honda to cross the line, 53.2. He goes quickest of the session, and Zitanius, otherwise known as Rob, in the other BMW Sauber. Let's see if he can beat his teammate. He goes 53.5. He does beat his teammate by nearly a second. F. Josh in the Super Aguri finishing his lap, and that is a 52.9, and Josh has just gone quickest of the session. Next out is Rikes in the Spiker. He's just waiting at the end of the pit lane. He's just going out now. As you hear, the amount of drivers that have used their boost and how many boosts they've used. The more boosts, and maybe they have messed up on their lap. Josh actually used 2 of his boosts, which may have explained why he went the 52.9. First driver to break into the 52s today, but obviously only one of the first ones to go out, as Toodles as well has gone on the circuit. So Reich's making his way through the very, very twisty Sector 2 and coming into Sector 3, I believe. Unfortunately, this version doesn't have elevation, but a big hill here as we come into the final corner, and again a big hill, and we have a flat run to the final corner. You need to make sure you gain as much time as possible. It may not be the easiest because it is a very flat run, but Reich's 53.1, not a bad lap, as he should be into Q2 very comfortably, maybe. There's Toodles in the Ferrari, one of the first front-running cars to go out, a 52.8. That is the quickest lap of the session. Bing Bong, his teammate, is also just about to finish the lap, and Knight in the Williams is behind. Bing Bong goes 53.7, a lot slower than his teammate. Knight just coming through the final corner, final straight, sorry, to set a something. 54.6, not a very good lap, and Legit in the Red Bull coming through the final sector now. as, yep, just on the run to the final corner, trying to use as much as the track as he's allowed, and he will set a 53-2. That is it for this little group. Out now is Tom, otherwise known as Duskier, but we're going to call him Tom. Scouser is back, so I'll leave the commentary up to him.
I need a bit of an update though on the positions. Alright, looks like everyone's had a pretty good lap apart from 7 maybe. Sam's was a bit of time he could be going out, but we still have quite a bit of cars to go, it looks like. We're going to see who's going around. That was Tom and I believe Poke. Poke's just come out. Yeah, apparently Poke having a power outage is what I've been told. So he's only just come out then, which is why I have to track him as well. It's Tom who's going to come around the final corner. It's a very tight line for him. He nearly has to walk at the pit entry, but you wouldn't expect after him such an experienced and, well, good driver. 53 flat for Tom. That's, I think, fastest by quite a bit. Who's winning that? 2 results beating Tom. 2. Well, you wouldn't say provisional pole. Josh went quicker as well. But yeah, no push to passes for Tom, sorry. Josh with 2. Poke, I believe, is second last ahead of his teammates, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think so. Seth with a 57.9, I believe. 57.8, actually. That's a disaster of a lap. And then Poke with a 50. What is that? I can't see because someone keeps switching it to fastest. 55.3 Poke. We do have official gaming panded in the server. That's what you love to see. And we're also getting straight into Q2 in just a second. I think it's going to be like S Josh to start us off. Yeah, in terms of push to passes, Darko used 1, Terminator's used 2, Rex has used 2, Jack's used 2, Rob hasn't used any, Nitrous has used 1, Sam's not used any, Tails used 1, Bing Bong's used 1, Toodles has used 1, Sev's used all 3 somehow. In what a 1 minute lap. Don't understand at all. Tom's used 0, of course. Legit, Josh and Poke have all used 2. I'm not entirely sure what's happening at the minute. As Exo just described it, everyone's just crashing into each other and just spinning around. Yeah, I'm just spectating the Colombo champion. Keep in mind, Tom is just having a spin, and I was drove off, crashed into Sam, who goes for another spin, and he's nearly hit our cameraman there. As Sam just goes absolutely flying. Yeah, it's got that last day of school feeling. Yeah, I don't have a secondary commentator today. Just me. As for being quite lazy towards the end of the season now. Just don't feel like I have a what it is. But yeah, it'll be me streaming and someone else commentating next season. Probably Pure Drive. He's a very good commentator. Night's also quite good, but it's just a bit laggy. But yeah, thinking of hiring new ones as well for drivers that are a bit washed up. Cough Severland. Good commentator though. Very good commentator when he wants to be. I don't have a clue what's happening. Yeah, we'll be back in just a second. Back for Q2 here, just a little bit of an intermission there as Audi was AFK for quite a bit. I'm not sure who's into Q2 at the minute, but we'll find out for you. Looks like it's going to be quite good for today. Tails only got 2 push to passes left, which pretty much means that Tom's got pole, but we'll see what happens in the next session. Starcar, the first car to go out. I spoke about him last week. He's a very, very good driver, a very good character to have around. RRC and more overall road racing, really. Just gets on with things, and that's what you'd really like to see. He is American, but it's not like Phil, of course, who's just left RRC. As he's left pretty much all interest in road racing, I believe. As I read his book that he wrote about it. But yeah, we're going to have another car come out and stack in just a second. It's like nitrous to come out. Dark Cloud's coming on the final corner now. He doesn't take as tight as the line as Tom. Come across the line. 53.4 for Dark Cloud. It's not bad at all. I believe he did use a push to pass. Rob's going to come out now. Dark Cloud lets him through. We'll see how he gets on in Q2. That rhymed. I'm a poet. I'm a poet and I've never really considered that as a career path. I refuse to use that rhyme. Nitrous has come out. But we're going to stay with Rob, I believe. As he comes through sector 3. Legit also goes out. He's been looking at the best in his last few races. Can he get something in this race when everyone might be having a bit of an off day? Louis has just confirmed he's not going to be racing because there's actually a chance of him falling asleep during the race and he's done 0 practice. Even though this looks like quite an easy track, Rob comes across the line. 54.8 for Rob, not the best for him. We're going to see Nitrous come across as well. I can never remember if Nitrous is Rebel or Toro Rosso. I believe he's Toro Rosso. Whatever team he's in is Toro Rosso. It's a 53.5 for him, not a bad lap. Legit comes in around the final corner. Legit in the Red Bull, across the line. 54.6 for Legit, not bad. The spectator was broken for that cameraman. We'll see what happens with that. We'll have a rejoin, so it'll just be audio commentary as Dusky is going to start, I believe. Yeah. BBC Radio 5 without commentary, without music even. Apart from Just Drive, which they're going to get 6p from all 6 viewers of RRC 100. I want to be the only one to make it to the line. Just Drive. Sorry about just a sudden laughter. That might have sounded a bit strange, but that's a major joke. I laughed. We'll move on. Tom comes out. And I tell you also, this is a possible P1 lap, I suppose you can call it. Not overall in quality, but certainly for this session. We do have a few idiots on the side of the track there. Bing Bong and Rob just in the infield, driving around, but looks to be a tidy lap from Tom now. Not too much extended. Oh, he's at the corner of barrier! We might have an actual contest! Oh. Right, so we didn't actually catch that on stream, but Tom is the corner cut barrier. And we might have a bit of a contest with Q3 now. Or maybe he'll go out at this time. He has not used a P2P. Tom comes across the line. We'll see the time. 54.6. It might be good enough. 54.4 is Rob corrects us, out of all people. He comes across the line, and we're not sure if that'll get him to Q3 or not. We'll find out with F. Josh as the next driver to come out. Yeah, Josh looks like the last driver to come out. He's going backwards to get rid of seat lag as a shoe. This is a great lap from Josh around the backwards Sao Paulo circuit. Oh, someone else has gone on track as well. I don't have an absolute clue what's going on. It's like I don't have a clue what's going on. Rex was fixing his seat lag as well, which explains that. Josh is going to come across the line to start his lap. So I believe Rex is also going to be setting a lap in Q2. We're just asking F just the battle. I wouldn't do that in chat unless it was Tom. But it's just a bit of a line there. It's quite tidy from him though so far. Now, this is the corner where Tom crashed. Can he get it right? He does get it right. It's very, very good from F. Josh. 200 of Scotsman. Of course, fellow countryman to tail. Very good driver. Pretty much same character as Dark Eye, you'd say. But he comes around the final corner. Lex is also on a lap. We'll see what he says. Can either of these two knock Tom out of Q2, making the headlines for the final race of season 9? 53.9, quicker than Dusky. We'll see what Rex sets. We're going to be on board with him for the final corner. Oh, he's lost a bit of time there, maybe. Comes across the line. 54.2, that's quicker than Tom. I don't know what the cut-off is, but I think Tom's into Q3, unfortunately. 2 does are still to come out, actually. It looks like it anyway. I don't know how many drivers we have today, by the way. I think it's only 13 or 14, so not as stacked. But if 2 does goes quicker, then all the computers turns off. I don't have a clue what's happened, but my computer's gone off, so I'm going to have to go off what Exo tells me until I'm back in the game. See you in a second. But this could potentially knock Tom out of Q2, I believe. Tutor's coming into sector 3 now. See what he sets. Found the corner for 2 doors. Oh, we used the pit wall. That's a terrible mistake. I don't know how he used the pit wall. Yeah, we've seen a few drivers. Oh, he didn't hit the pit wall. He just hit the wall with the final corner, apparently. 34.1 for 2 doors goes quicker than Tom somehow. After hitting the wall. Someone's out. If Josh gets into Q3, Toodles is angry about something. Shock. No, Big Bang, sorry. If Tom's out in Q2, that's massive. I'm just going to ask in general quickly if Tom's knocked out or that. But I'm not sure what's happened. We'll find out. Nitrous has messed up his lap in Q3. There's a round of applause there from Alex. That's probably going to be a very bad time. We'll see if we can make up anything though. Toodles comes out. Toodles makes it past the first corner, so he's already done better than Nitrous. Not hard. Well, some drivers find it difficult. I don't. Josh goes into the middle sector, getting 4 laps at a time here. I believe we'll find out some of the times now. I believe that's a 56 one. 53 1 for Toodles. 1 minute 13 for Nitrous. That's the best lap we've seen all day. Toodles on pole for the Brazilian GP. That's a bit of a shock, and I think that's his first pole in RRC. As Tom is knocked out in Q2. 2 shocks there. We'll see what happens in the race. So we'll be back live in just a second. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix, and it's live on RRC TV.
So, just currently under delay, as you can see on the screen. We are up to an hour of delay, possibly. We don't know for certain. It may be more than an hour, maybe less than an hour. We are trying to get the race started by about 8:30. If the race is not started by 8:30, then the qualifying from today will be used for next week's race, and yeah, it will be cancelled, postponed to next week. So just waiting. The reason for the delay is Audi has to go AFK due to real life stuff. So we will have to just have to wait and see for what happens. If the race is postponed, then we will just call this the qualifying stream. Hopefully it doesn't get postponed and we can do the whole 39 lap distance today. We may have to do a shortened race. Chris has given the option for that, but yeah, we're just currently going to have to wait and see. So thank you for sticking with us, and we will try and get this race streamed today. So yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
back live here in Brazil after an hour of no running whatsoever. But we will have quite a big grip for what's happened. Loads of people joining up now as he's just confirmed we will be racing after the very period of time. We wasn't normally have this at all. I'm sure we won't have it for all the next season. It's just a very rare occasion. The excuse has been that Chris was called down for dinner and his family over, but he's actually just making an excuse that the aliens are coming. He has to fight them off. But he doesn't want us knowing in case we get worried. So it's just a simple excuse, isn't it? And I'm sure we'll keep you updated with more news on that over the coming weeks. But RRC TV streaming its final race of season 9. It's been a bit of a long wait, but we're really looking forward to it now. It's going to be 30 laps. I'm not sure what the pit windows are actually down there. Lap 8 to lap 15, lap 20 to 28, 2 pits that is, of course, for the pit windows. So, getting underway now. People have kept high spirits through the wait. Because it has a bit of a, like I mentioned before, and again before, it has a bit of a last day of school feeling to it. No one's really bothered. And we're just going to get going. There's no outlaps, of course. Or at least I don't think there are. We're just going to get straight underway here. And my spectator tool isn't working. So I'm going to have to quickly rejoin. Yeah, and just a reminder that RRC TV race control will not be in action for this race. It never is. There's no such thing. Oh yeah, you can. Alex, you're right. It's just a bit dodgy. Gigaku Bitter is a homosexual. That's the brightest thing I've said all day. I think the anthem's going now, unless we're just not doing one. Which would be quite historic for RRC. Never not done one. People were just saying the leads is pitting now. Well, by people, I mean Rob, Lewis and Sam. Post just spammed it. Cool Kid 252. I'm surprised none of that tagged. If you can see that H at the top. But we're going to get started here. 2 doesn't pole, of course. He's chose the outside line, so we'll be taking up the second place grid slot. 7 rounds off the grid. I'm not going to go through the grid because I don't think we have enough time. Apparently Sweepy can't come. What a shame. Yeah, I think we're only missing one from... Yeah, I think we're only missing one from the original grid, which is Bing Bang, which means this grid space will be just left completely open. That's very good considering it's been an hour-long race. Lewis is going to start in the pits after saying he originally was not racing. It is going to be 30 laps. Apparently, Knight won't make this won't make the end of the race. I just want to check with Chris when we're getting going. But you see the view from the back of the grid, I mean, it is quite a good view. The near end of Sutherland. Yeah, I believe the anthem's going off now. And while it is going, I'm just going to run through the grid as quickly as I can. Oh, never mind. The lights are on. I'm ready to get going. Green lights for the final rounds of Season 9 of the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's a pretty clean turn, one apart from legit going off there. A few incidents as well involving Tailfire, who's dropped near to the back now. There's a few cars coming through. Lewis has exited the pit, of course. Toodles keeps the lead as we head into turn 3. As a turn 4. So we head into the second sector of the racetrack. There's a big gap between Sam on legit now. Rex has gone wide. Tom's just knocked off Josh there. I'm not sure if he'll get a penalty or not for that. But he moves up into second place already after starting, I believe, P6. And it's going to be Poke on Josh now in the Renault. Josh is going to try and hold the inside line over Poke. I'm not sure why it's not letting me invisible. Oh, that's why, because it didn't work. But we'll carry on now as Poke's going to run alongside Josh as well. It's a very good battle this. I think Dark Horse getting involved now. Yeah, that's 3 wide into turn 1 there. That's spectacular. I'm not doing it justice there. But Dark Horse gets the move done. As Josh is going to come back at him now with a push to pass. He goes round the outside into turn 3. That was nearly a very good move. He might still have a go with him though down the inside. Oh, that's fantastic from F. Josh. That was a brilliant battle right there. As Dark Horse tries to go down the inside. F. Josh gets packed him. Oh, we nearly squeezed him out there. Dark Horse going to go on the outside and F. Josh goes down the inside. Very smart from him. Trying to keep the inside line for the biggest braking zone of that lot. But yeah, that was excellent for the F. Josh and Dark Horse hitting the corner cup area there. Not spinning out, thankfully for him. But very close there. We head on to lap 3 and this is 2 Toro Rossos battling away now. Jack whack on Nitrous as Jack goes down the inside into turn 1. Nitrous hits the corner cup barrier and takes out Tail in the process. Luckily for Tail, not too much of a spin. Nitrous hits the corner cup barrier again and Dark Horse manages to avoid him. But that was fantastic action in these opening laps and it's still carrying on now as we have Rob trying to go down the inside as Nitrous gets the advantage on him. And now Nitrous goes down the inside. Oh, there's nearly an accident there. There's a bit of a battle forming at the back between 7 Terminator. I say at the back, it's only a few positions back from this battle. But yeah, Nitrous down the inside. That's a very good move from him. Rob still might have a go at him, but I think Nitrous has got it sorted for now. Rob's back onto him. He lost a bit of traction there on the exit of one of the final corners. But it's not too bad as Tom's closing up to Toodles now. Rob goes down the inside into turn 1. Can he get the move done? Yes, he can. That's a brilliant move from Rob. Sam's having lag issues, but we're going to move on to Toodles now. And Tom, of course, this is the battle for the lead. Just 1.5 seconds across the line, and it looks like about half a second now. So very good pace from Tom in these opening laps as he's used 2 push to passes as well. So that might come into Toodles' advantage. Actually, no, it won't because he's used 2 push to passes as well. Tom's going to try and get onto him, but there's another battle between Darkard there and F. Josh, and Louis lost a bit of control there. He's going to stay on the back of F. Josh, and I think Darkard will get away from both of them. Tails coming up to Jack Wack now. A lot of action in these opening laps. As Tom still continues to follow Toodles as they go down, I think the longest straight on this circuit. Tail nearly going into turn 3. We've got Louis nearly on Rob. Not quite though. It's not going to Poke overtakes Nightshard. We're going to go to the front now with Tom, who's lost a bit of time on Toodles. Looks like only about 2 tenths though. Toodles keeping very consistent in these opening laps. It's about, I'd say, a 1 second gap. It's not like 9 tenths, 1 second. We'll find out now as we come across the line. Tom's going to try one down the inside. It's not quite work for him. He's way too far back. I don't know why he tried that, to be honest. Just lost himself a bit of time. Tail and Jack are fighting now. It's Tail on the back of him. Tail tries to go round the outside. That's almost a brilliant move. Oh, Tom takes the lead in the process. He gets past Toodles, I think, in turn 3 that was, and we're going to go back to Tail, who now gets past Jack as well. So 2 Toyota overtakes back to Tom now. Oh, Toodles spins out, and that might be him behind for good. He's going to try his best at it, though. The spot in between Sam and Terminator. Sam goes down the inside. Terminator's trying to get back at him round the outside now, but Sam takes a really good racing lance to just whack him off. Fantastic from him. But Terminator going very wide. Sev might be. Oh, Sam's at the corner cut barrier, and that's in behind Sev now. Is it? And actually, very safe rejoin. Sev's gone off though, or he's let Sam through. I don't know what's happened there. Like Owens for Spartan, doesn't really matter. Just second last place. But we're going to move back to Tailfire, I believe, who's just ahead of Jack. But Jack's got a lot of pace in that Torerosso with his. Let's look at it at this way. Jack's gone from fighting Nitrous in the other, not Nitrous, Terminator in the other Torerosso, to fighting Tail in the Toyota in just a matter of a few laps. Very good from him as Tom stretches his lead. And we'll find out what the gap is, as Darkar might be getting involved in this battle for P4 and P3 now. It's been a very lively start to the Grand Prix. Even if Tom's taking the lead, it's been a very good battle for the lead, as we saw a double Toyota overtake. And the pit windows open this lap. Jack goes into the pits. That's a very bold call from him to take the undercut over a very pacey Tailfire. Jack's only used one push to pass, which is a very interesting point, and Tail's used all four, well, not all four of his five, if you will. But it's not bad at all from Tail today. He's had quite decent pace in practice, I believe, and he's been solid all weekend, really. Like Faster's houses, there was a battle starting to form there. Night. Darkar's going to come at Tail in just a second, but Nice is going to retire from the Grand Prix. We've got a battle for, I believe, I'm going to cancel you, going to respect the 10th place. No, it's 9th actually, as Terminator gets past Louis. Terminator's doing very well for himself. He's not had too many good finishes. Darkar goes into the pits. That's another strategy call in that Tail, Darkar, Jackwhack trio, as we might like to call it. Terminator goes into the pits after battling Louis for so long. The Torerosso and Nitrous comes out, and Jack's come out behind Dark actually. Very interesting there. It's a jump on the overcut, from Darkar over Jack into the undercut very, very early, trying to get past Tail, who's now quite a way out in front of these, and they're going to actually have a battle now. It's, yeah, 2 push to passes for both Darkar and Jack, of course, and Tail's used 4. So that explains why he's quite far out. They're going to go up to Rob now, who's not pitted yet, but he's in P5. Say that he stays out. Darkar's not going to pit, of course, as he's already pitted. But yeah, Rob's doing very well for himself, even if he has not pitted yet. That might turn out to be very good for them if it turns out that his pace is quite good. But yeah, only battle at the minute is Darkar and Jackwhack, and Jackwhack's just falling behind now. Very consistent driver of Darkar and a very, very good car of the Honda, proven to be good. And very bad against Jackwhack. Yeah, Jack's just getting caught on one of the track limit lines there. It takes a very large line, though, and gains a bit of time on Darkar. Can he get back on him? He might need to use a bit of push to pass just to gain some time as Rob heads into the pits finally. We'll find out where he comes out. There's a battle starting to form here. It's Sev ahead of Nitrous. This is actually for P10. Poke's just being lapped. So that's... Oh, Sev took a very... Yeah. Nitrous was way ahead of Sev, actually. In actual net order. Jack's just closing up to Darkar now. He's done very well. Not sure if Darkar made a mistake. I don't think we would have caught it on camera. But there's also Lewis just a few corners behind these. If there's a massive accident, they might be getting in on this from the pit start, of course. Tail pits, and we're going to find out where Darkar comes out, as well as Jack. Maybe ahead of him. Well, the undercut cut work for Darkar. Yes, it does. Of course, it does. It works by miles, and it works for Jack as well. Tails wasted a lot of time. Ooh, Jack just about gets ahead of Tail with that very long pit exit there that you'd, of course, have to break on the exit of. And it's quite a long pit lane here at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache, as it's named. But more important than that, both Darkheart and Wacky Jack have jumped Tail in the pit, and that's going to be a very battle for the rest of this race. And this has certainly been worth the wait so far. It's been a brilliant race. We have Nitrous coming up to Rob as well. That's going to form a battle. We also have Legit rounding off the points. And Louis in P7 after the pit start. That's a very good comeback from him in a Super Agordi. You have to say he couldn't race because he was too tired. But turns out a 1 hour wait can make or break, well, your day, I suppose. Yeah, power nap from Louis got him going. Darkar's going to head into turn 3 now. Well, keep you updated on the push to pass situation. Tom's used all of his push to passes now. Tails used all of them, and Jack's used all of them as well. Darkar still has 2 left, so that might play into his hands. For the rest of this race, we have a battle. Post just completely frozen as he gets lapped by Toodles and gets passed by his teammate to pile it all off. Yeah, Post just disconnected there. Yeah, let's put it in chat. I don't know if that'll be a ghost car or not. I hope it's not, because that would cause chaos. Oh no, it's just... Is it a ghost car? I think Rabbit's responded though, saving the day there for Little Aldi and RRC, of course. That could have caused chaos. Which is what we want, but not that kind of chaos. If you get me. Darkar still leads over Jack Wack. Tom's way out in the lead now. It's a 9-second gap, and it's more or less what we expected. It doesn't matter where he starts, he will win. Unless it's Brisson. Yeah, and it's raining. And he's got good pace, but battles in anyway. Yeah, Louis going to actually come up to the back of Tailfire in a few laps. Yeah, Tails fell off a bit on Jack. I'm not sure if he just lost a bit of confidence from getting jumped in the pits there after trying the overcuts. Even though he does have very good pace, he's lost out there, and strategy gets the better of him. Which, the overcuts worked a lot for Toyota this season, but I suppose it's only because both drivers have a good car and good pace, but it's not worked at this track with it being rather short. Only at 57, 58, well, not 57, like 54 second track. Tom goes into the pits. That's our race leader, and Toodles is going to pit as well. So that literally doesn't mean anything to strategy. Unless someone can get a quicker pit stop and gain 2 tenths. That would be spectacular. But not really happening at the minute. As we move on to lap 16 out of 30. Of course, a shortened race distance following the 1 hour wait. If anybody's watching this, hope you're having a very good time. This is excellent final race as a streamer. Carry on Colin and the company alongside me, as we have done for this season. And it's been brilliant, really. It's gone very quick. But back to the race. The Terminator has just been lapped in 11th place, so we might see quite a lot of lap cars. Legit retiring. I don't know why he's retiring. He's in quite a good position, actually. So Legit was, I think it might have been having lag issues, but he's just respawned and rejoined behind. I think Sev. Oh, Terminator, yeah. Oh, Legit lap didn't it count? Sorry for the subtle laughter. Sorry for the laughter, but I'm just seeing in all caps changed. Just sounds like it's really, really angry. Change the leg, laps 15. He's coming to get the leg on lap 15. Oh, which is a spun off a shock on me. What happened there? I have absolutely no clue what happened there, but it looks like he just had a spaz attack off a stack in the midline. And now he's actually properly behind Sev. That's bizarre. That's one of the most bizarre things I think we've seen in quite a while. Toodle's nearly disconnected. Dark Horse gone off and let Jack through, apparently. I was speaking about Toodle's maybe disconnecting there, but it was just a freeze. But Jack takes the podium position in the Toro Rosso, which is just brilliant to see, actually. We're just going to stay ahead of Sev for now. But, Sev get off there. I might get lapped by Jack. But all of a sudden, this race springing into life again as Darkar goes off. And now we're going to have a very good battle for the podium. Tail also funneling in behind them. Darkar, of course, having the push to pass advantage. He still has 2 left, remember. So, the very consistent driver of Darkar messing up there for once. And the pit window open and it's just one lap as Tail comes across the line. Oh yeah, is it Bing that tried it? I think it was. Yeah, Bing is taking the Bond IQ strategy of saving all of his push to passes until the end, or until a certain stage in the race where you won't be able to use them all. And because it's 50 seconds. Oh, Tail gets hit off by Sev. That's a bit weird. Louis on the back of Tail now. He goes down the inside. But Tail really does get the best of him. I was just asked what happened there between Tail and... Oh, Louis been spun there off the back of Tail. I don't think it was Tail's fault. He was just taking the race in line. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Sev is the first car to pit on lap 20. Come here, Tim. Shouts legit. Oh my gee, that's the highest we've seen all season, I think. Someone went 130 as well, but that was a retired car, actually. What penalty is that? As Alex has described, it's a big boy penalty, such as 15 seconds. I think it's 10 seconds at most, and then disqualification. But we'll see what happens. Like, if you just take the piss with the pit entry and go 229, then you're a bit fucked. Nitrous is safe, though. We go 62. I don't know why Louis done that. Because he was fine in the first attempts as well. But, yeah. Apparently Jack nearly hit the pit wall then. Yeah. Yeah. Darkar's all over Jack at the minute. He's still got 2 push to pass left, of course. He might use it towards the end of the race when he properly knows how everything's going to be set out. I think he just needs to get a better understanding of Jack's pace at the minute and then see if he needs to use it either to attack or to defend. Maybe he's just waiting for the Jack whack mistake. As we've seen, not too much this season, but he does make quite a few at times. Very good driver, Jack Wagger. I think he's very underrated, though. And this might be his day to get 3rd place. Dark Horse speeded massively. That's worse than Louis. What's he done there? I think it is. I think it was worse than Louis. I think Louis was like 123 or something. But that's awful from Dark Horse. I don't know how he's managed that. Louis calling for a blue on someone. F. Josh jumps Dark Horse in the pits, actually. He's not pitted yet, though. I don't think so. That won't matter too much. As Dark Horse going to try and go around the outside, I wouldn't battle with F. Josh. There's actually no need. But, I'm going to get news off Alzi on Louis and Dark Horse penalties for us. So we'll see what's happening with them two. I think it's a 10-second penalty. If I'm correct, it won't be disqualification because they've not just gone full speed. Jack goes into the pits, that's very safe, 54.7. Yeah, there's an entire car of likes that went 261 into the pits. We won't see that. Dark Car gets past F Josh. That's one of the cars left the pit, and Dark Car's actually jumped Jack, but I don't think it'll matter too much. If I was Jack, I'd just sit behind. Because realistically, that's the best thing you can do when he's got a penalty like that. And Jack's completely safe for the rest of the race. He won't get any more penalties unless he does something stupid on track. So I think that's possibly a podium unless Jack has an absolute calamity just set up right there for him. Tudor's coming across the final corner. He's going to come on to lap 24 as well, and we'll find out the gap. It's 14 seconds. That's just mental from Tom. He's made one mistake in qualifying, dropped down to P6 after getting knocked out. The absolute drama of that, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's Tom Rogers and he wins every race. Apart from placing in the day. But yeah, legit just asking in the middle of a race who got Force India. What? Sorry, Force India or Racing Points Formula 1 Sport Pizza team. Oh, Tom's crashed as he heads into the pits. That's going to lose him loads of time with me, like 3 seconds, and he's safe. So the gap's going to be like 11 seconds now, basically. Tudors might jump him. He's not pitted, but he might jump him. He has jumped him. It doesn't matter. Still got 3 laps. Tudor can pull a bit of a gap with the 2 push to passes he has left. If there's it, then he might actually now. The gap might go down to now, like 10 seconds, maybe 9. Tom's going to come up to Tudors, I suppose, but he's just holding back a bit, and he's already lapped Rob. And he's kind of getting in Rob's way, actually. I don't know how, but Rob's just kind of trying to get around him. It's not working, but he's put a bit of a gap now. As Jack's going to come at Dark Car again, it looks like he might be setting up a move and then maybe take him out. So Dark Car falls way behind now. But if I was Dark Car, I would take Jack out. It wasn't really, that's a big deal. Especially for last race of the season where it's a podium that doesn't really matter. And it would be great for Jack to get a podium. Rob says let's go with Sutton. He's dropped back quite a bit behind Tom, and I assume he made a mistake and was being sarcastic there. But yeah, Tom's coming up to Tudors now. Ooh, Tom's nearly clipped the corner. Oh, he has clipped the corner, cut bad again. Tudors might be in with a chance. It's an awkward rejoin for Rob, who's in the final points playing position, remember. So that might matter quite a bit. Tom runs wide as well. The pressure's starting to get to him. So lap 26, actually, we were quite late into this race. Done very quickly. But as Tudors is going to pit, we might actually have him jumping Tom. Yeah, it's been very quick with sort of like 50-second laps, as Exo points out. We've just pits to slow us down. Yeah, Tudors has 1 push to pass left. He's already used in the first one of the 2 we had. But he's actually pulled quite a good gap to Tom now, and this could be one of the stories of the season. I don't think it will be because it's only a 5-second gap, but he just needs to pull that one bit more as he's using that push to pass now. Can he get the perfect lap? The perfect in lap. They talked about Marlow V2 having very good in laps and out laps. That was an absolute pain to tailfire V2. That's one of the classic RRC battles. In the past, of course. But yeah, one of the classic RRC battles, massive with Marlow's in laps and out laps. Tudors are going to come into the pits. He's safe. We'll find out now. Oh, never mind. Tom's completely jumped him. Doesn't matter. Jeez Christ, that's sad. Poor Tudors, he gets a bit of hope from Tom crashing out and making like 2 mistakes. It uses a push to pass, and that's the best in lap we've ever seen. Not really. But the gap's closed quite a bit. Yeah, as Exo points out, it's closed about 6 seconds. And if Tom can have a massive crash, let's just hope for a second that Tom has a massive crash and Sev takes him out. How good would that be? Yes. It wouldn't be that good. It'd be quite spectacular, but it wouldn't be that good. We do have Darkhawk nowhere near Jack, actually. I don't know where Jack's gone. Oh, he's behind Darkhawk. We didn't even realise. But Darkhawk's got to pull like a 10-second gap now, which is impossible, really, in the amount of time he has, unless Jack carries on the way he is. And you just get the feeling of Timo Glock, where he goes very, very slow into these final few corners. And oh my God, it's that Glock! It is! It's not really. But Jack's going quite slow and he's putting his podium at risk. Just a bit. Not really, the gap's only like 4 seconds and there's 2 laps left. But possible. Anything is an RRC. We might have saw an actual winner today. We didn't see Tom get pole. We saw Toodles pull off the line well, and then lead for like 4 laps before Tom overtook him, sadly. But yeah. White flag, sponsored by Credit One Bank, is Duskier to come across the start lap. 30 out of 30 will be down to them. I'm bored with him unless we spot another battle. I think no, he hasn't. But Tom's going to come through into sector 2 now. I think Sev will be the final card and he laps if Sev's slow enough. The Terminator's still not used always push to pass. F Josh is going with the 500 IQ strategy as well. He's nowhere near anyone. And he's not being lapped, so he's going to have to go for an extra lap anyway. So I just use the push to pass now, but he's gone against it. Tom comes around the final corner, which isn't really the final corner because there's a massive straight before the line. But he comes round what I like to call the final corner, past the pit wall, past all the Toyota mechanics going absolutely crazy because Tom rounds off season 9 with a win. And it's not as spectacular as we thought, but Toodles is going to come across the line to get second. It's a checkered flag for Tom. Rob takes the checkered as well. That's not second place for him, of course, though. Toodles takes second place. Nitrous is going to come behind him to finish just outside the points. Darkhawk gets second on, not second, third on track. But Jack Wack is going to take a podium in the Toro Rosso. What a story for him in round 12. Fantastic for him. I'm just going to say Warren Jack. I don't know if Jack deserved it or not. It was a great start, but he's very lucky with a Darkhawk penalty. I'll say that much. F Jeff comes across the line to finish 7th. It's a disappointing race for Taylor, who finishes 6th. And then the last 2 to finish will be Sev, and then Terminator's just driving backwards for some reason. So, we might be getting an interview here. As you join us on the podium with Tom, Toodles and Jack. That was quite a spectacular race, definitely worth the wait. Even though there was only one proper battle. We'll have a press conference, I believe. And we're going back. Be right back in just a second. So we're live and I'm standing on the table. It's the final round of RRC season 9. It's been a brilliant season. It's been a brilliant race today. Good battles up and down the field, of course. A few at a time. It's not what you want to see, but what we have to see sometimes. So we have Poke up first. This is Poke.
Yes.
Poke, a pretty eventful race for you. What happened?
Okay, so basically, I was running P11. I had to take the escape route at the start since everyone died ahead of me. So yeah, that happened. I was running in a decent position, and then suddenly my PC blue screens. So nothing you can do about that since.
We've got Poke.
Slowed it.
So, yes, there's two.
Respawn.
Yeah.
Dude. And then we've got Poke.
We've got Poke.
Okay.
Yeah, we had two. We had two Pokes. Next up, we have Sev. What happens in the blue flag between you and Tail? Hello, Sev.
Hello. Yeah, fuck off.
what
You can't say that on TV.
Yeah.
I run the TV.
TV.
Ali told me to blue on the back straight for Tail, but I was gonna pull off like on the escape road bit, but I couldn't because I had a teleporting Dar in front of me. So instead, I had to take the turn, and I was gonna blue Tail at the next runoff. So my plan was to just go straight on at the turn, so Tail could take the turn and go past me. But somehow I must have like lagged and then...
Well, I was on the left of you, so you going straight dragged me with you.
I thought you were like directly behind me.
No.
No.
And then my race was okay. On the start, I was behind my teammate, obviously, and I went to go to the right as I always do. My plan at the start is always to just bum it down the middle. And then I had a Red Bull just swerve in front of me, so that was fun. I was taken out before turn 1.
So you go sit down.
I managed to recover and get through the carnage of the first 2 laps, and I think I stayed like P10, P11 until about lap 10, and then Terminator and Sam's little battle happened. Sam got taken out, I got taken out, and then I caught back up to them, and Terminator's lag killed me off, and then I sort of just sat at the back of the field for the rest of the race.
That's just Terminator for you.
Yeah.
I don't think Terminator's fit to race anymore because he does not take it seriously at all.
Terminator, retake your YDT.
Yeah. Take your YDT. Oh no! I need to DM Sev after this. Just a bit of a reminder of a joke.
Didn't you actually have to retake your YDT once?
No, I got asked to though. But it's just
no, Scouser's too good to take a YDT.
Yeah, my 3 podiums are good enough.
Have you guys tried the new Walker's Poppables chili?
No, can you stop
yes,
talking?
It's really nice.
Who's up next? Who's up next? I think it's Tail. I don't know why we'd interview Rabbit, but yeah. Tail's up next. Bit disappointing for you. Do you think strategy plays into it today, especially with both cars doing the undercut? Jack did an earlier undercut and got ahead of both of you. Dark Art does a later undercut, but a bit of an overcut over Jack, if you get what I mean. But yeah, it certainly plays into it today. What are your thoughts on it? And do you think you could have done better if you just did the undercut or pit at the same time as like Dark Art or Jack?
Right. Which one of you is listening?
Okay.
The leader is pitting now. The leader is pitting.
I just think I just feel like in the race I just messed up my pit stops. Really, like they did feel quite slow, and then I just fell off the pace. And it would have been nice to keep with those 2. Maybe even have picked up a P4 from Dar's penalty, but it happens. I've secured P3 in the championship anyway, and that's what I was aiming to do.
Yeah, it's not bad. You get another Hall of Fame induction, I suppose. Well, is there actually no new Hall of Fame inductions to this season? Unlucky, everybody. Next up, we're going to have Jack Wack. I believe this is your first RST podium.
Second.
Second, actually.
Yeah.
Didn't know that, but yeah, you've done very well today.
Yeah. I didn't really expect this because I had Tail chasing after me, and I thought for sure that it was going to be like 4th or 5th because then I had Louis and then Dar and stuff. But then Tail just got killed by a bat marker, and then Louis and Dar got hit penalties. So I'd say I'm a bit lucky in that respect of things.
Yeah. Do you think you got because with the penalty? I think it was a 10-second penalty. We also saw Louis get one, which completely forced him out of the competition.
Yeah.
In the end, actually, I believe Tail got promoted to P5 from that. So very unfortunate for both of them. 2 goals next up. Go little P2 for you.
Deal fucker.
My account got hacked.
Something's going on. Shut
No
up.
one cares. Thanks, Diogo. Goodbye. Next up, 2 does. Good podium for you. I don't know what number that is. I think it's something like 3. Might be your 3rd podium or whatever. But good pole position for you. It was quite a good lap, even though Tom got knocked out, but still had to be quick, didn't you? To beat a few of them cars. But you lost the lead after about lap 6, and then from then on. You know when Tom made a few mistakes after your overcut? Did you have any hope in you?
Fucking idiot.
Oh. Yeah. Been a brilliant season from everyone here at RRC TV, including the permanent commentators that will be joining us next season. I'm not sure who they are yet. But from me and Alex, Alex, if you want to unmute yourself, by the way, you can say something to the stream.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching, all 7 of you. Thank you to the publishers of Just Drive for copy striking RRC 100. We hope you enjoy that 7p you're getting per year.
Wait, what?
And yeah, so thank you all just for watching. We've really enjoyed it. Matty and I, it's been a good fun to stream the season. Obviously, thank you.
Yeah, and for the last time, until next season where I'll be streaming, from me, EXO and everyone involved in this final Grand Prix in Brazil. Good night.